We are in Spain. Outside, the sun is shining, and this is FIAA Madrid 2024. I'm surrounded by buses, coaches, chassis, microbuses, minibuses, and a lot of people. Even supplier for buses. This is a Spanish paradise for bus enthusiasts, for bus builders, for customers, and also operators. And we will now go around here to take a look on this fair. And we have seen earlier this year in IAA and Inotrans that the buses are going down at the big transport fairs. But will the buses be present at the bus fair? Is it a lot of Chinese products here? Do we see some news here? Everything we will show you in this video. Welcome to Spain. This is FIAA Madrid. And this is exactly what we love, a world premiere. This is the first time we are seeing the Irizar E3 electric. And you see behind me, it's a lot of people. This vehicle has a big interest on this fair. But Irizar stand have more vehicles than this. They also have the i6s hydrogen. I've never seen this before. Look at the big roof. It looks almost like the coach have a hat. They also have the regular i6s, and they also have the IE tram electric. And we saw that vehicle in the Madrid streets here the other day. So that's already out in traffic. But normally I would think that would be an articulated version. Here, it's only the 12-meter version. Looks like a small little egg. Very cute and nice bus. But I have one question for Irizar. They have the i3, the i4, the i6, the i8. Where is 5 and 7?
Bus of the year 2025 is behind me. It is the Solaris Urbino 18 Hydrogen. And here you have the really nice version of it. You have painted wheels, you have details in blue and black. It looks like a racing car if you take a short look at it.
Iveco is here with 6 different buses, and they are really going for the electric segment here. The E-Way, of course, is electric. And then we have the Crossway, low entry, and the normal floor. And we also have a very cool Metallica. It's not a metallic paint, but it's a Metallica paint from the band. Because Iveco this summer was on a big tour transporting all the tour gear for the band Metallica. And we see that we have the new design of the Crossway. I really like the headlights. They look fresh now. Can't wait to have a test drive of this once in the future.
Beulas is a Spanish bodybuilder that have more than 90 years of experience, and we have been at the factory. And if you want to see the video from the factory, so please click on the link and you can see this video, and you can also see the video that we did when we went to the factory together with a customer from Norway. And behind me you can see we have the MAN TGE in Beulas version, and you also have the double-decker that is behind me. And that double-decker is a little bit special because they have no toilet, no kitchen. There is very simple driving area with no armrest. So it's an express coach with a lot of seats, and I know Magne loves to take a long trip across Europe in this one.
From China we have Yutong, and they are here as normal with a quite big portfolio of buses. They have a 7-meter bus, they have the brand new U10 bus. I've never seen this before. 10-meter bus, 2+2+2 door solution, and you have the standing headlamps that we have seen also on the U12. That has been sold a lot in the Scandinavian countries, but also in Europe. And on the coach side, they of course have their flagship, the Yutong T12E. And I expected more Chinese manufacturers here on this fair, because when we went to IAA earlier this year, we felt like coming in to China. And I'm so glad that, of course, the main producers are here, but that we can come back to a European fair here in Spain.
One time in my life I want to drive a real chassis, because behind me you can see there is chassis here. That is because in Spain we have a lot of bodybuilders that still build buses on chassis, and I like it. I like when you have these small local bodybuilders that can handcraft the bus exactly how you want it. You also have the Irizar Hydrogen behind me, and you also have 2 other buses here. You have the Enduro that is really nice as an all-rounder bus. And you have the Turismo that is both a coach and an intercity coach. And Daimler is also here with the brand Setra. And now I want Magne to explain a little bit more about them.
And here we are standing in front of 3 vehicles I know many people out there loves. You know, Setra is not a coach for many people, it's a religion. And here we have the LE, which we saw brand new for a couple of years ago, and we have the 515, and of course the flagship, the S531DT. And they are looking fresh. They have the yellow color. It's just a pleasure to see these vehicles.
Alpha Bus. Have you heard about it before? No, I haven't. This is from Jiangsu in China, and they now want to go into the European market with a bus that have the lines from like a European bus. So I'm curious how it is. So I want to take a step on board to see how this bus is from inside and out. Inside in the Alpha Bus, I'm surprised. It is so wide, so light. I like the seats, and look at this, the aisle. It's so wide. This one has single tires with electric hub engine. That's why you can have this wide aisle. So it's easy to have the trolley or the wheelchair on board.
One of the Turkish bus builders is also here. This is Otokar, and they are here with a bus I've never seen before. It's called E-Tarito U. Maybe this is a bus specified for the Spanish market because the name sounds like Terito. Sounds like a very Spanish name, but I guess it's a general bus for the general market. Behind me we also have the E-Kent, which is a very well-known bus after all. And we have the Isuzu T, so we do have the famous Otokar buses here. And these buses we have started to get to know very well because we have seen the Karsan buses for some years now. I wonder when they will come with some news, because now we have been to the factory to see the vehicle production. But I really start to enjoy seeing the E-Jest, the E-Ata hydrogen, and the E-Attack behind me, the autonomous bus, which is also running in Norway as a test project in Stavanger. So now we have the hydrogen, we have the bus without the driver, and we also have the very small city bus, electric for the city streets.
Now we are at King Long, and behind me you can see they have 4 buses here, and one of them we already mentioned in a video from IAA. You have the brand new prototype that is standing behind me, and I was surprised because at IAA we were allowed to go on board in the bus, we were allowed to make the video of the bus, to take a look into the details. Now they have closed the area, so we are not allowed to go on board in this bus. And rumors telling me that after we made a video of the instrument panel and also the view from the driver position, they put a guy in the front seat, and from that on and the rest of IAA they was not allowed to be sitting there behind the steering wheel. I'm not sure if it's true, but the rumor is there, and that surprised me. And when you come to a fair like this, you have to show the customer everything. They have to go on board in the bus. If not, it's pointless.
From Turkey, we have our friends from Isuzu, and they are here with 3 buses. And I see that people are most interested in the electric Novo Volt. So it's a very short coach. You have some luggage space, and it has good enough capacity to take you for a good coach trip on the bus, because only with 2-hour charge you can take this bus for a 225 kilometer long journey. And they also have the Visego here and the Gran Toro.
On this fair we have everything. We have microbuses, we have minibuses, we have midi buses, coaches and normal buses. And behind me we have the Tramonia City 75. This is built in Dortmund in Germany, and for a short time ago the International Bus and Coach of the Year jury gave the prize, the minibus of the year 2025, to Tramonia that is behind me.
Unvi is one of the Spanish bodybuilders that is here. And for some years ago, FIAA Madrid was all Spanish bodybuilders, of course something else as well, but now there is not that many left. But Unvi is still a strong player in this business. And look at this very cute bus. This is the EC24S. It's a very short and small, nice city vehicle. It has only 1 door, and look how they built the bus. It's a big overhang in the front and no overhang in the back. And this gives a passenger seat all the way in the front beside of the driver's seat. So the driver, can look at the nice girl next to him and have a little flirt while driving. But one thing I have to mention, this is a very short bus, but it's even shorter because the half of the bus is a battery pack. The back door is the limit where people can move. From the back door all the way to the back, it's only a big cage for batteries.
If you are looking at our videos, you can see from time to time when we are in Iveco or some other brands from France that they have this big box in the end. It all started with this Renault that I have behind me here. You can see the big engine that is placed in the back and taking more or less 1 meter of the bus. And they still deliver buses like this to France and other markets. They are losing 1 meter of capacity in the bus. For me, I don't understand why. You can place all the equipment in different places. And I just want to show you where it all started.
Look who's back. After not attending at previous edition of Bus World, not being at InnoTrans, not being at IAA, Volvo is here. And they have a brand new bus built on Castrosua, the Spanish factory. It's an electric bus and they have this very typical Castrosua design. Very strange edges and they look a little bit square and nice, but still round and cool. You always recognize one of these buses on the road. A brand new design, never seen this one before, and it's fun to see that Volvo is back in the game with a bus. Because Volvo has been in big problems lately. They closed down their Polish factory, and then they were supposed to move the factory down to Spain with Sun Dugai, and now they also cancelled that production. So what Volvo is now based on is to produce chassis, and here they have 2 chassis with them. They have the B13R, so here you can produce the Volvo 9700 HD on Karus. And one very exciting news from Volvo is that now they will take up the production at the Kitty Korea factory. This factory produces special vehicle like library buses, but now they will also do the Volvo 9700. And this production will be in cooperation with Karus. And we also have the chassis from the BZR Electric, which Volvo released earlier this year when they also opened up the World of Volvo in Gothenburg. And here we will very soon see the Volvo 8900 with the electric chassis and hopefully many, many more.
Behind me we have the Pegaso 9107.00. And to be honest, I don't know which year it is, so please, if you know, write to us, because this can be everything from 1970 to 1980s. And one thing I want to mention, these have a pancake engine. You know, for us that love to drive buses, we also like to have the engine under the floor in the middle between the axles. It's because of the weight balance, but you also need to always have a normal floor when you have the pancake engine. But take a look at this engine. It's beautiful, and you can also drive this one. So I just had to mention it when we were here in Madrid.
Thank you so much for watching the video here today. And if you like what you see, click down here. The button is called subscribe, and then you will see all the future videos from us in Bussmagasinet. Until next time, drive safely. Have a great day.